All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times.
On the fence. I'm on the fence.
We don't need to talk about
we would left hook from Yaoundé came and landed on him, you know, so
Yes. We are back. We are back with the King's Court MMA. I'm your guy Mardi, and we are back with the man himself, the second feature, Anthony Orozco. Anthony, how are you doing today, man?
I'm good. Already got training out of the way, so ready for this interview. Let's do it. Nice to be back.
It's nice to have you back, brother. It is. You know, it's always good to keep in contact with friends of the court. And after much IT technical issues, excuse me if I'm looking at two different screens because you're all over my screen. You're all over my technology. But we make it work. Last time we spoke was just prior to your MMA debut for Cage Warriors, when you went 1-0 after that round one stoppage of Jeremy Fataruso back in July. Back in June, was it?
Yeah, June 2nd. That was the day. The D-Day.
D-Day. Come on. A lot has changed.
That's when I stormed the Cage Warriors beachfront.
That is it. That's a perfect analogy as well, because you did that. You made waves, brother. That was such a sick performance. Mate, like I was proper chuffed with you, proper proud of you as well, man. And you're a scary dude. You're a scary dude.
Thank you. I mean, what can I say? I just train and I focus my energy on it, so it manifests into scariness for these guys.
Come on. No, I love that. And before we obviously get into your fight that's coming up in Cage Warriors 165 in 15th of December, I wanted to really just to know what you've been up to since then, because a lot has happened. You know, that was 5 months ago now, was it? If my math is correct.
We spoke before my fight, June 2nd, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah, so it would have been about 5-6 months ago now.
Whole whirlwind of stuff that's happened. Every month has been unpredictable. I don't know if I told you last time, but I think we were talking about my accounting job, but I don't know if I told you that I lost the accounting job.
Okay. Well, you said that. I think you'd left by that time. I think you had. Okay, so fully, completely done.
So I'm sure. I actually watched our interview last night, but I glossed over the accounting part just because I don't care about that world anymore. So when I was speaking about it, I was like, I don't give a fuck about that me anymore. But I lost my accounting job, and I'm sure at the time we were talking about how I don't know what's gonna happen after June 2nd. I'm an open book, and it's really been like an open book, free painting the canvas. Like every month has been different. It's been wild. We can open up the can of worms for each month, but yeah, it's been crazy.
Wow. And obviously, why are you saying can of worms? That's not really a great thing normally, but has it been silver linings around it? Should we get into it? I don't know whether we should or not.
Okay, so sometimes I spew random metaphors. I mean, can of worms can be negative, but this has been, we'll say, a can of diamonds, brother.
Come on. Bro. I like that better.
Yeah, so June 2nd was the fight. You saw the knockout. It was insane. Anthony stormed the beachfront, Cage Warriors beachfront, knocked Jeremy Fataruso out in the first round after showing so many different parts of his arsenal, but also there's more to come. But anyways, did crazy on that, went nuts. Joe Rogan followed me after that.
Yes.
That's like a tier that I want to describe, because that was the biggest moment of June 2nd, that fight. Like, that was awesome. I woke up my girlfriend the next day. Like, I like when people get their sleep, you know, I like my sleep. Like, if you're waking me up, it's got to be big. And Joe followed me. So I spewed right away. I was like, Gio, wake up. There's no fucking way. Is this real? Tell me, is this real? Is this what I'm seeing? Is this real? My like, I don't know, just solidifies things, obviously. So that was one of the coolest things. Then the following month, now it's like, okay, I got my little check from Cage Warriors for fighting, but I need to make money. How am I going to make money? I made 10 social media posts from the 10 days leading up to my pro debut. I don't know if you remember seeing those.
I love
but
those, by the way.
I showed a skill of building media out and like being a media guy as well. So my gym that I train at hits me up and says, "Yo, we have a job opportunity for you to supplement your income that you just lost." Like, whoa, this fell into my lap because I just went for something because I went so balls deep in on the Cage Warriors fight June 2nd, right? So then I get this new job offer, social media for the gym. That goes great. I mean, I'm making cool videos, just basically using my brain to be creative. And I get this job income. Then there's this subversive combat jiu-jitsu tournament that comes to San Diego. And first time ever, I fucking earn a belt, like just some cool shit. And not only that, like I joined teams. It was a team event. So I had Marcus and this girl, Megan, on my team randomly. Like we were all fill-ins, right? Like of this team level, everyone who was originally there in the spot had dropped out. So Marcus, Megan, and I filled this team level, and we won this tournament after going against multiple other black belts. Like we were underdogs 100%, and we won the tournament, and we won $4,000 a piece.
Come on.
Like in the can of diamonds right now, this is crazy. Like everything's falling into my lap. You can't imagine what the next month holds when you're a nomad, like when you're just doing your thing, like in the MMA like scene. So that's Subversive July 22nd. Then fucking now I'm like, all right, I got a $4,000 check. Like back in the day, I was getting that every month, but like now I'm a little, this lasts me 2 months type shit. Or you can get it by Graham Boylan, MMA Academy, and they can throw this opportunity on your desk again. And like the next month, had no idea that would hold that. So, bro, it's been crazy. Just like I feel like in the last interview, I would have told you manifesting is a thing and like writing what you want down is crazy. But like at the same time, I've been juggling just letting the world like drop diamonds into my fucking hand, and it's been shiny. It's been amazing so far. I mean, come on now, I got through no job. I was working an accounting job 6 months ago, and 6 months later, I'm thriving, not working a job.
Come on, do you know? It fills me with happiness, man, because you're there. You're a guy. You know, you've got a dream, and you're just chasing your dream. You're just chasing your dream. You've got potential. You've got skills and something, but which is unfortunate because for a lot of guys coming up in the MMA game, sometimes it's not enough for them to eat. So they need to be able to, they have to do, a job full time and train part time. But I think with somebody of your level and your skill set, it's important to go balls deep into training. And you've chased it, and your life is full of diamonds, brother. I'm so happy for you, man.
Yeah, thank you. And one thought on just going balls deep. Like I for that subversive tournament, the combat jiu-jitsu, I was scheduled to go against one guy. I was like, the card was built around the team event, but there was like individual matches. I was originally an individual match, but I had called the promoter and I said, yo, I know you're giving me an individual combat jiu-jitsu match, but I'm interested in getting multiple. Like I don't care. I'm down. I just want to compete because this is what I do. Like this is plan A. So I just need more exposure. I'm down. If you want to write a story about how this kid's calling you up and saying he wants 3 combat jiu-jitsu matches in one night, fuck it, so be it. I just want to be in the mix. He calls me a week later, says someone fell out on team level. Can you make under 185? I said, easy. We're in. Done. I've said I wanted this. And he's like, I know, bro. You were the only one who said I wanted this. You're the only one down. And I'm like, I mean, it pays to want to play, bro. I don't know. It's a mixture of putting yourself out there, and it's a mixture of receiving, like at this, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. You've got to be in the right place, the right time, but you've also got to give. You also got to put yourself out there. You've got to be ready. Like some people, obviously, because you fight middleweight, isn't it?
Well, there I fought middleweight, yeah.
Yeah, middleweight. So you could have easily ballooned up and not been ready to make 185, but you were there. You're ready. Stay ready.
Stay ready. That's the motto, bro. Honestly, that's the motto. I've seen too many people fail by not staying ready. So I'm ready all the time.
Come on. I love that. People need to take a page out of your book.
I'm ready 24/7. But, I mean, I digress.
Orozco, I love that, brother. I love that. And you know what? I wanted to ask you, obviously, what you've been up to. But I obviously, follow you, back of you as well. And I made a list of some of the things that you've been doing since, which most of them, obviously, you've covered. So the first one, obviously, for clout, Joe Rogan followed you on Insta. Madness. Absolute madness.
My girlfriend will remember this moment too. Like, I woke her up not understanding reality. Like, I genuinely was curious if my eyes were seeing right or if this was a dream, like a fever dream. Like, now it's kind of like come down, like, okay, maybe I am gonna be big, I am gonna be something, so this is to come. But like, when that happened, day after my debut, that was picture perfect. Like, it was the icing on the cake. It was the everything on the cake. It was the rest of the cake that I didn't know I needed, type of thing. Like, blew my mind, But so I woke her up. I was like, "Wake up! Is this real?"
Pitch me. It's real. It is real. And not only that, obviously, doing the commentary, Steveo was on the commentary during that fight. And Steveo said, quote unquote, he is gorgeous.
Angela, I think you know what I'm going to say about this Orozco guy.
Oh, are you feeling it? You like what you see?
He is gorgeous. And coming out quick with the kicks.
Wow.
Big takedown.
That takedown was gorgeous.
Man.
Steveo loves you, brother.
Steveo fucks with me heavy. A funny thing is, right after he said, wow, he is gorgeous, I land this takedown, and then the other commentator says, wow, that was gorgeous.
Poetry in motion. I'm telling you. No, it was mega. Oh, when I was listening to that, I was just like, oh, that is so funny.
Bro. Whatever. Any clout's good, I guess.
It's true. It is. And then obviously you went on to, you mentioned before that, you joined the Fight Academy, which is, again, maybe your best place to actually obviously tell the audience what Fight Academy is and what your experience of that has been like.
Yeah, so MMA Fight Academy is based out of San Diego. It's essentially an academy that puts together 20 or so guys at a time for one fight camp. So 20 of the best upcoming professionals were there getting ready for the November 10th Cage Warriors card, November 25th Cage Warriors card, or December 15th Cage Warriors card. So all of us getting ready, all of us getting fine-tuned together, experiencing everyone's style from around the world. Got about 10 Indonesian guys, got about 10 Europeans, and then we have 2 Americans, being me and Chasen. So it's basically a fight camp with a bunch of guys, us getting the opportunity to train together, being given a stipend, being recorded so we understand and know how to handle like the notoriety aspect, like having cameras in our face. So for me, it was a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. It's everyone's dream. Graham Boylan always says there's 1,000 people that would kill for your spot, and it's true. I'm living in a house of fighters. I'm living, training, breathing, whatever the saying is, with these professional, and we're all learning from each other and just growing. It's hunting season for MMA Academy. It really is.
Come on, I love it. And obviously you mentioned there was Europeans there as well, and I know there's some you guys from the UK, but a few guys, I think. So Teddy Stringer, there, Jimmy Quinn,
Yeah.
Also, again, apologies if I butchered his name. I don't know how to pronounce his surname, but Leon Arms, I think, was there as well.
Yeah.
I've not interviewed these guys, but hopefully soon come I will do. How do you find interacting with those guys specifically, but all of the other guys in the camp?
Yeah, there's a funny story. Like the first day when I walked into the house, basically there's 3 houses for that house all 22 guys, and I walked into the only American. I walked in the European house as the only American, and initially I remember feeling all their energy when I said I was American. They were like, "Oh fuck, this motherfucker, this bugger, like he's gonna be a fucking American jock, motherfucker. He's gonna be annoying. He's gonna be like classic, like what we're depicted as." I don't really know how it's depicted over there, but they said they had a bad taste in their mouth all like right away, not even knowing me, because it was just like, guy's gonna be an American motherfucker, you know? So initially that was their energy, and I actually have commentary on that because I had walked in, said my what's ups, I dapped everyone up, I said hi, and I was smiling and cool and chill. And then I was like, all right guys, I'm gonna go. I left, and then I realized I forgot something, so I walked back in, and I hear them shouting like, "Oh, I don't know about this kid," and I was like, "No way! It's already turning into a bully situation." But it ended up being fine. I mean, they're my boys. We're all great friends now. We live together. We train together. We all want the same thing. So it's hard to not like someone like that. It's not hard to not. Yeah, it's hard to not like someone who has the same dreams as you, and that's also chill. At the end of the day, they coined me as the chill dude, like the chillest guy, because I do just relax and like lounge out. I'll play my video games. Yo, do you want to play with me? If not, it's cool. I'll be in the garage type of thing. Like they really the chillest dude. So I got put with them because I got to give them a new look into like, I feel like I have a lot of American friends that are just as cool. Like I don't feel like we're all jocks and all bratty dudes. So, new outlook on Americans.
It's true, and hey, I can speak. Yeah, generally the UK does have a stereotype of what an American is, sort of thing. But hey, you're a cool dude, man. You're chill, so it's all good. No, I'm glad you had that experience, and I'm glad they got to know the real Anthony. So no, that's mega. That is mega.
Yeah, Eddie and Leon were the most like outward thinking he was going to be an American stereotype, and then they were the most outward saying, "Yo, I was wrong. Like you're the homie, bro." And I was like, "Obviously, I'm the homie. Like, obviously, that's just me, bro. I'm a golden retriever."
That's oh, I love that. And how was it with the English accent? Because I'm conscious that sometimes, obviously, you might not be able to understand me, but I know some of those guys have a specific accent. I think there's a Scouser in there, somebody from the northeast. It's a bit tricky.
Yeah, the accent. I mean, I was surrounded by 8 guys with that accent all the time, so I started to develop it too. I started to say like funny little things, funny little ways, and then we were always chatting shit. So like when I would walk out of my room in the morning, I'd say, "Someone, or can I get a bottle of water?" Like just to fuck with them. "Can I get a bottle of water on aisle 2?" type of thing, or they always say, what do they say for store? Like instead of "can we go to the grocery store?" "Oh, shop." They're like, "All right, time to go to shop." I'm like, "All right, time to go shop." And it was just it was funny. Like you normally want to be not impressionable and shit, but I was around 8 guys that always spoke that way, so I was so impressioned. Like it was funny, and we were all trading lingo. Like one time I was like, "Oh, did you just rip one?" to Leon. I was like, "Bro, did you just rip one?" He started busting up laughing, like, "Rip one? What does that mean?" I'm like, "Bro, did you just rip ass? Like, did you fart?" He's like, "Oh," and he started laughing. He loved that one. To this day, he uses like, it's funny, like just living with people, trading lingo and trading like stories.
They were good. So yeah, obviously we left off when we were talking about the house, but yeah, I mean that was a great experience for you. Has it stopped now? Are you out of the house, or
Yeah,
is it continue?
I mentioned we all were split up between the 3 Cage Warriors events. So a third of us are left. A third of us are gonna fight on the San Diego card. So yeah, I'm only training with a third of the guys we were originally training with, but That's
I
how
do. And I know that I think some people have commented online, not specifically around yourself, but specifically around the MMA Academy setup. And there's some people are saying that, okay, well, you're taking guys from gyms with experienced coaches and experienced training partners. Well, they can get different mix too. All new bloods basically, or people within their within their MMA career. What would you say to that, and how has that been the case, or is your experience being a little bit different?
Yeah, that's super interesting you bring it up, because I was expecting to talk about how it's weird to leave your gym. Especially for me, I'm in San Diego. The camp's in San Diego, so it's like I'm not training with my coaches or my teammates that are 20 miles away because I'm training at MMA Academy. But at the end of the day, like, I've had about, I'd say, 10 coaches that really left an imprint on me. I've had probably like 10 coaches, and period. And every coach that I've ever had, I have a move, or I have a mantra, or I have some piece of knowledge that I still use today that I can share and say, this was Coach Jarrett's, this was Coach Martinez, this was Malcolm's, this is what we developed together. And this is MMA Academy, being at MMA Academy, this is the 11th coach and 12th coach type of thing. Like, and I've learned something new from these new coaches. And anyone, it's kind of like the Bruce Lee saying, like, use what is useful to you and then discard the rest. Like,
Yeah.
if you're not able to do that, and if you think it's weird if you think it's not practical to not go to a new gym, that's wild, because you have a whole new perspective working for you and trying to make you better. So to me, it was an obvious choice on that front too. Like, these coaches want to coach me, and these coaches are down to pour into me. Why would I not like accept what they can give to me? And I mean, what other people want to say about it or not, they're not in our position. And like, I don't know about you, but I like having more data points with more knowledge.
100%.
You know,
No, I like that.
Literally name a move from every single coach I've ever had that taught me that works to this day that I shared to other people. Like, why would I not want to expand that repertoire?
Come on, I like that take on it, and it's I think it's not a new age, but it's a different perspective of looking at it. And you're in this opportunity, you have this opportunity, you're in this situation, and yeah, you're just being a sponge and taking it. And now, kudos to you, brother, man. I like that. And then also, like, you've been dealing with new sponsors as well. You did some really nice, fresh advert with Hyperfly, is it?
Hyperfly.
Love that. So you're getting a mix of some of your creative side as well, but also mixing up with new sponsors. Decent.
Yeah. I mean, there a lot of time. I mean, this is typical with every sponsor, but like, I'm not going to push something that I don't like. I really like Hyperfly's bag, and I really like Hyperfly's rash guard, and I like their shorts. So I wear them and I flex them, you know?
That's it. I'm telling you, we will see a whole range of people now with Hyperfly from that advert. I love it.
I'm going to tell Hyperfly this later, but I got a couple texts from people that say, look at this package I just got, and they got the bag and they fuck with it. So
come on, Hyperfly. Drop the peas. Oh, love it. And then we've spent time obviously talking about the combat jiu-jitsu championship that you were in. Just really quickly, for those that don't know what combat jiu-jitsu is, because I for one didn't know much about it at all, and when I saw some of the clips where you were in competing, I was like, well, was he allowed to do that? But what are the rules? What can you and what can't you do?
Yeah, so at Subversive Combat Jiu-Jitsu's tournament, you are basically doing jiu-jitsu, but once you take someone down, basically once one person is grounded, you can now open palm strike. So that be whether someone puts you in a triangle or trying to leg lock you, you can palm strike. It's kind of bridging the gap between MMA and jiu-jitsu, I'd say. It's like showing jiu-jitsu guys that there are some moves may not work as well, or you have to be quicker to the end lock. Like, especially with leg locks, you got to be a little quicker when you're trying leg locks in combat jiu-jitsu. So it's just a gap bridge between MMA and combat jiu-jitsu, or in jiu-jitsu, sorry.
Fair dues. No, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, it was fun. A lot of MMA fighters do well in it just because it's really once one person's grounded, it's about positioning and passing the guard with slaps. Like that's one thing about it. You can kind of get away with not knowing the ins and outs of every single guard pass. You can try to slap them and then they'll kind of freeze up and now you have a knee slide type of thing. So for MMA fighters, it's cool. For jiu-jitsu fighters, it's really cool because they get a different look. And yeah.
Nice. And then the last thing that I've seen that you've been doing, well, on your time away, you completed fancy dress as well. You completed Halloween. I saw a picture you and your kind lady, doing the beaver Baldwin fancy dress, and hey, you guys smashed it, man. Shout out to you guys.
It was so cool walking around in just a pair of sweats and a sweater and being like, what's up? I'm actually dressed up for Halloween. And a lot of people knew it. A lot of people liked it. So it was really nice. I was in Crocs too. Like it was so chill.
Iconic, man. Iconic.
All doll. She was in a dress, a red dress, and I'm like in my sweats and sweater. But that's the funny part about that whole like Justin Bieber and his girlfriend thing,
It's true. No, we love that.
Yeah.
Oh, and then obviously you mentioned that you nearly got to fight in Newcastle. I'm guessing this was part of the MMA Academy sort of thing. They put you on different cards. Would that again, Cage Warriors events, a lot of events in Europe as well. So that potentially still up the card that we'll see you this side of the ponds in the near future.
100%. I don't know which card, but we want to build me up. We want to, it's not even we want to build me up. It's we want people to have fun and be entertained. So what does that mean? That means show Anthony Orozco off.
Come on. I'm telling you, you'll get a lot more fans. Well, a lot of fans coming over here, should I say.
I've had a couple fans, I've had a couple Europeans hit me up in the DMs saying I'm a fan of you now. So I'm already kind of growing a little base. I had this podcast with you. Like, it's already in motion. And if you show to them over the pond, like, whether I wrestle, I think if I go over there, I'm going to wrestle fuck someone because I want that chatter. I want people to be like, this guy, like, oh, he wrestles. But, like, at the end of the day, sometimes we don't need to all watch a striking match. Sometimes we want to watch a really good striker get beat up by a wrestler. Like, oh, I didn't know someone could do this to my king, So that's what my plan would be. Like, my plan would be go over there, storm their castle, and bring a whole new edge to what they thought they were good at.
Come on. I love that. And to be honest, in that last fight, you didn't really want to wrestle in that last fight that you had. You wanted to.
I didn't initiate the wrestling, but when you initiate a wrestling match with me, you know how it's going to turn out.
Short night. Love that.
And you know what? Is the wrestler dominant? So if you want to initiate a wrestling match, bro, let's go. Like, I'm down for that too. I was thinking, like, I had a thought the other night, like, when I was sleeping, like, what if I just go in there and, like, while I'm beating him up, I say, all right, you want to just wrestle? No strikes? Let's go. Like, I'll stand up with you right now and we'll just wrestle if you promise not to strike. Like, you want to go pure wrestling? Let's fucking do it.
Don't have too much
he'd get mad and throw an overhand and just clock me. So I was like, I can't do that, but in a cool world where there's a cool little video edit of me doing it, and like that would be funny as fuck.
That would be indeed. And then let's move on a little bit. So, I saw an interview recently that Dylan Rush did with Blake Perry, who's your opponent, obviously. He did that for Cage Side Press, and now I love Dylan Rush. I love what he's doing for Rush MMA. And for the MMA reporting scene, he's making waves there. Shout out to him. But when the boy Anthony Orozco is fighting in San Diego, you better get him interviewed ASAP before anybody else. So what you doing, Rush? What you doing, my brother? You've got to. Indeed. So I'm glad that you agreed to come on again. I really appreciate that. But joking aside, you know, he had a lot of nice things to say about you, him and Blake as well, actually. You know, he spoke, Dylan spoke about, he spoke to somebody at Epic Fighting, and they talked about how much of a big prospect you are and how skillful you are, and also alluded to Cage Warriors actually having trouble matching you up. Like, people don't want the smoke. Like, how is that being from your side? And does that annoy you, sort of thing, or do you just take pleasure and pride in that? Hey, nobody wants it.
I do. I mean, at the end of the day, when you don't, yeah, it annoys me. I was supposed to fight September 9th, September 10th for San Diego card, and I didn't have an opponent. And we were thinking I was going to potentially get an opponent up until the end. So that was, now that I think about it, that was like infuriating. It was pissed me off a lot because at the end of the day, I just want to fight. And I train year round for what? I don't want to fight twice a year. I don't want to fight June and then in December, like for 3 minutes in June and then 3 minutes in December. Like it's not how I want to compete. So it is annoying, but at the end of the day, sometimes you don't got any coworkers that want to show up to your shift with you. So
Cool,
sometimes your coworkers don't want to get down and dirty.
It's true. It's very true.
Foreskin, when they show up, I call them foreskin. They disappear when the shit gets hard, you know? So that's what those opponents are.
Oh my word. But yeah, I mean, it's no fault of your own, sort of thing, and it's what people at a high level like yourself have to do. You know, we see like people like Kamzat, nobody wants to fight him, and people like that. So yeah, kudos to you, man.
And that's
Perry.
Annoying because I do want experience. Like I want to fight a lot before I have to fight the best in the world. I don't know. It's a toughie because I'm also trying to build a business here. Like I'm also trying to become wealthy and establish like a healthy living situation for after MMA based on how much I can make here. So it's like I really do want to build a following and I really like type of thing. So it kind of does get in the way of actually bigger plans that are greater than MMA, you know? So yeah, it's really annoying.
Guys, sign on the paper. Sign on the paper.
Someone.
But one person that did was Blake Perry. What do you know of Blake Perry? What's your thoughts on his fighting style? What's how you looking coming into this fight?
Yeah, so this is new. This is going to be news to you, but Blake Perry just broke his orbital. So Blake Perry out. But before we say no and everything, I do have another fighter signed. So I am fighting still December 15th. But with Blake Perry, he was sparring. He wasn't doing anything wild from what he said on his Instagram post, but he broke his orbital. He posted the x-ray pictures. It snapped. He also posted the date of the doctor visit, 11/25. So it's fresh and it's real. I like that he gave receipts, but essentially my coworker that was scheduled for my shift on December 15th with me can't fight. So now we got a replacement. Shocking. I'm sorry. I gave you like only a couple of seconds to know this is going down, but yeah, it just happened. I just got called like a couple days ago.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, Blake Perry, if you want to run it back 2024 when your face is healed, let's do it.
Come on. I love the exclusives. You know, I'm sure Blake Perry will sign on it because again, he was saying some good things about you as well. He says if he wants to be the best, he's got to go toe to toe with the best, basically. And I'm sure he'll be back. And yeah, hopefully good recovery for him as well. But no exclusives, right? Okay. I feel like I'm not prepared enough. I feel like I should have been on it to see the updates, but no, we like it. So.
Bro, it's been under wraps. Cage Warriors hasn't even sent me the poster for the new guy. So I mean, what could you know? But I do know his name, and I have a game plan for him.
Okay, are you able to share his name yet, or is that?
Yeah. His name's Benny Orozco, the exact same last name as me.
Is he related to you?
Bro, honestly, I was looking in the mirror today and I was like, I kind of look like this motherfucker a little. Like, we look kind of alike. Like, he's a little uglier, but like at the same time, like we kind of have some features. Like, I'm growing my beard out and he kind of has his beard growing out. So I'm like, oh, fuck, I kind of look like that fucker.
Stop it, but you're not related to him.
We're probably fighting each other and we're probably cousins, but I mean.
Fair dues, fair play. Well, the fight must go on. So December 15th, we will see Anthony Orozco in the Cage Warriors cage in San Diego. So that is the main thing. And obviously another one and another O. Well, another O. Still keeping that O next to your name, which is good. You've got a game plan for him, you said. Has anything changed in your training plan then specifically for him?
Yeah, so Blake Perry was 6'3". This guy's the opposite end of the spectrum. He's about 5'7". So I went preparing for a long and lengthy guy to a shorter and stouter guy. He doesn't really strike too much. He really likes to wrestle and like go for shots. I think he's a wrestling coach at his local gym, and he wrestled back in high school. So that's his game plan. That's what he's done in his last few fights. He's actually I think he's from San Francisco. He fought at Zhao Lao Dragon House a couple times.
Okay. And
he's 2-0 as a professional. He fought at 155 for those first two fights, and he's going up now to 170 with me. I don't know how that's going to turn out for him. Size-wise, I don't, especially with my leverage, like, it would be horrible for him to fight Blake Perry because he's got even more leverage, but I'm really long and I'm a good wrestler, so he's challenging someone who has better wrestling skills and more leverage than him. So I don't see a way for him to win. I also necessarily don't want to wrestle just like last time. I kind of want to show off some striking. I'm super fast twitch. I'm super twitchy. Glitchy, I like to call it. I would call myself glitchy, but one of my best friends fights MMA and his name's Glitchy, but it's such a good name for me too. But I feel like I'm really glitchy, fast twitch. I do a lot of snake charming, like, because that's my style. You know, I add a lot of fakes and I layer a lot of things. So I'm really going to try and like burn his brain out with all the reactions that he has to give me. Gonna stay keep distance and really just try and pick my shots, showing off some striking. Now, if I throw a kick and he catches it and he wants to take it to the ground, so be it. I'll scramble, win the scramble, slice him with a couple of elbows, let him up, knock him out in front of my hometown again, just like last time. I actually said this, I said this last time on your interview when I was listening to it this morning. I said how I'm going to strike. If he wants to wrestle, we'll wrestle, and then I'll let him up and knock him out. And I said that last time, and this is what's going to happen.
You did it. You promise and you fulfill. That's what you do. Giving the blueprint out. Nah, I love that. how can you not like Anthony Orozco? Come on.
That blueprint. Fucking digest it. Take it in. Digest it. It's not gonna matter. I'm just too quick. I have these all written down. Sparring was great today. My timing was insane. My takedowns are unstoppable. My movement is uncanny. My IQ is too high. My distance management is too good. Like, that's what it is for me. And that's why, I mean, it's great that I'm going to be part of his career. He's going to be able to say that he fought Anthony Orozco when I'm big and famous. Like, it's going to be great for him. But on December 15th, not going to be so great. Hopefully he shows up for his shift, but he's not going to be leaving his shift happy.
Come on, man can cut a promo as well. Yes, no, I love that.
I have a book, bro. I have my book written down. I keep my shit in line. Like, I had some stuff for you. I wanted to say that because that's literally how I feel. Like, after I handle business training, like, I come back and I write down how I felt. My timing is insane. My takedowns unstoppable. My movement uncanny. Like, because you need that. You need to be reminded of just how good you are sometimes, because your current thought is really what you're currently thinking. So if you're not reminded of all the times you were thinking about how much of a hotshot you were, you can let a quick little bad thought of cancer fester and it'll get bigger. But then I go back to this, I'm like, that was a great day. That sparring was great. I am a savage, aren't I? Yeah, I am. Just it on the nerves.
I like that. That's the positive affirmations that you're giving yourself. It's, again, a lot of fighting is here. A lot of the fighting is here. So, the full package, man. Like, I'm sat here. I'm excited for you. I'm happy for you. I'm amazed in terms of the dedication, the thought you're putting into this. This is not a game for you. You don't play this. This is real for you, man. Like, nah, I love that. Last thing before I let you go, because I know I've taken a lot of your time. When are we seeing more of your online stuff, your YouTube, posting more, fight week stuff? What's going on? When can we see more?
All right. So lately, it's just been, I've been living and breathing it, so I haven't been documenting it. It feels like it's, say, like you've been apart. Why didn't just snap a couple pictures or something? But it's been like so on my mind that to me, it's repetitive. And to me, like, why would anyone want to see this? So I haven't really documented anything. But now that you say this, I did say to my girlfriend that last week, like, yeah, maybe I should do like a 7-day countdown again. So maybe you need to do that. I've let up on the gas. I truly have on the social media side, but I've been trying to do like my streaming. I told you about that last time, my Twitch streaming with the gaming. So I've been doing, because that's fresh to me and that's like, I get excited about that. So yeah, I've been streaming. So if you want to follow me on TikTok, I stream on Anthony Orozco and Leche, and I just do Warzone. I mean, it's my MMA account, but I also fight other dudes online with Warzone, streaming that. So
come on, we'll put it down. We'll put the links, slide it across the page and everything like that. There's a lot of MMA guys that are doing the streaming. Sean O'Malley's doing the streaming. Mighty Mouse loves it. Mighty Mouse, if you want to go toe to toe with the man online, hit him up. Come on. Mighty Mouse
1v1 Rust, anytime, any place, anywhere. Smash, brother.
Oh, I love that. Great. That is great, Liz, man. Anthony, put it out there, because when you get to the top, which is going to be eventual, you will get there. People are going to want to see. If they don't want to see it now, which they will, they're going to want to see where it all started. Once you have this documented, it's gold, man. It's gold. Brother, thank you so much for taking the time, updating us on what you've been up to, updating us what the future holds. December 15th, everyone. Tune in. Anthonyorozco goes 2-0 and still undefeated as a pro. Thank you so much, my brother. Any sponsors, anything you want to plug, please do it now. The stage is yours.
Yeah, so I'll shout out, first off, Cage Warriors for putting on a promotion to where I can fight and showcase my skills. That's wouldn't be here without them. For all my fans, thank you so much. I love you. Your support means everything, obviously. Just like without the promotion, it wouldn't be anything without you guys. To my sponsors, MMA Academy, Hyperfly, ABE, who else? ABE, Hyperfly, MMA Academy, Fairtex. You guys are top of the line. I wouldn't be partnered with you if it wasn't for how solid you guys are. Lastly, I actually don't even have it. Lastly, I just love hearing myself speak. Lastly, I want to thank my fucking self for staying dedicated for the last 3 months, for not being lazy, for all the people that support me, for doing my damn thing, and for getting to the finish line December 15th, and for fucking this guy up.
Come on, let's go. We're signing out.
Lastly, I want to thank myself.
That's it. That is it. No, brother.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times.
On the fence. I'm on the fence.
We don't need to talk about
Left hook from Yaounde came and landed on him, so